ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
आदम्भां
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्करचार्यमां
आचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्
गुरुपरम्पराम्
ॐ
ॐ
सहनाववतु
सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ
सह
भुनक्तु
वीर्यं
सह वीर्यं
करवावहै
करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा
उदितमस्तु मा
विद्विषावहै
विद्विषावहै
ॐ
ॐ
शान्ति
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 शान्तिः
ॐ तत्सत् ॐ नमः शिवाय
Om Tat Sat. Namah Shivaya.
So we had seen in the previous class that the six disciples had gone to Kaikeya, the father of Kaikeyi, who was the king, and there was king had a slight dilemma about how should a Kshatriya king teach Brahmin students. So he doesn't ask them to prostrate and all. Instead, he straight away starts talking. Right. So this was up to where we had come in the last class. And now we are in the fifth chapter, the 12th khanda, 12th section. So we will read. So please unmute yourself. So we are going to read the first two mantras. Aupammanvakam tvam
औपन्यवकं त्वं
atmanam upasse ist iti
आत्मनम्
आत्मनम्
उपास्ते
उपासे
इति
इति
divam eva bhagavaha
दिवमेव
दिवम् एव भगवः
भगवः
rajan iti ha ovacha
राजन्
राजन्
इति
इति
उवाच
उवाच
एष वै सुतेजाः आत्मा वैश्वानरः
एष वै सुतेजा आत्मा वैश्वानरः
यं त्वम् आत्मानमुपास्ये
यं त्वम् आत्मानम् उपासे
तस्मात् तव सुतं प्रसुतम् आसुतं कुले दृश्यते
तस्मात् स्वसुतं प्रस्तुतमासुतं कुले दृश्यते
सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्
अत्यन्नं पश्यसि
पश्यन्नं
प्रियम्
पश्यसि प्रियम्
अति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम्
अति अन्नं
अत्यन्यं
पश्यति
पश्यति
प्रियम्
प्रियम्
भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले
भवति
भवति
अस्य
अस्य
ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले
ब्रह्मवर्चसङ्कुले
यः एतम् एवम् आत्मानं वैश्वानरम् उपास्ते
य
एकम्
एतम् एव
एवात्मानं
आत्मानं वैश्वानरमुपासते
वैश्वानरमुपासते
मूर्धा तु एष आत्मान इति ह उवाच
मूर्धा तु एष पेट
मूढात्तेष आत्मानम्
आत्मनिवाच
इति उवाच
मूर्धा ते व्यपितश्यत् यत् मां न अगमिष्य इति
मूर्धा ते
मूढा ते व्यपतिष्यत्य
आत्मानमानश्य
आत्मानम्
इति
इति
So the king starts to talk and remember that he has not got into the concept of you should give pranams to me because I'm a teacher and all that. He just starts to talk. So he says, Aupmanyava kam tvam atmanam upasiti. What is your understanding of the Atma, of Vaishvanara Atma? And what is the answer? Each of the student says that he is meditating on Vaishvanara as some part, as one part of creation. So one says Vargaloka, one says Surya, one says Vayu, one says Akasha, Jalam, Prithvi. And the student takes that particular part and tells the king that I am meditating on this part as Virat, as Vaishvanaraha. So this is the topic of the next six khandas, next six sections. Okay. So what is it? Aupamanyavaha. If you remember, that is the name of the first student. Prachina Shala Aupamanyavaha. So the king has asked him, what is your idea of meditation? So he says, iti divam eva bhagavaha. Rajan iti. He says, oh Rajan, O Bhagwan, O Guru, I meditate on Diva as Virat. Diva is what? Swarga, right? Diva means Swarga. So he says, I meditate on Swarga as the Virat. And the king tells him that Suteja Atma Vaishvanaro. Suteja means bright, shining. So he says that part of Virat which you worship is Suteja, very bright. And that is why he says you already have the phalam. He says, Tasmat tava sutam prasutam asutam kule drashyate. Therefore, in your family it is already seen. What? Sutam, prasutam, asutam. So these are three different words. They are essentially all the three words are names, different names for soma juice. Juice extracted from the soma plant. Okay, and these are all the juice extracted is used in soma yagas. But the same juice is used in different soma yagas. Here there are three different yagas. And therefore, there are three different names. Okay. The juice is the same, but the method of extraction, etc., are different. And therefore, the names are different depending upon which yaga is in, which yajna is involved. And Shankara indicates that because of this upasana, the Guru is saying that you have got the phalam of having so much money, plenty of wealth to do many, many yajnas. So he says, Atsya annam pasyasi priyam. You eat atsi, you eat plenty of annam, and pasyati priyam, whatever you like, only you will see. You will not see things which you don't like. And Brahma Varchasam Kure. Everybody in your family will have Brahma Varchaha. Brahma Varchasam is the shine on your face from having spirituality, from having a religious life. And then he says, Yaha etam eva atmanam Vaishvanaram upasate. Whoever does this upasana to Vaishvanaraha, he will have plenty of annam. But he says, king adds a but murtha tu esha atmana iti. So he says, however, you said what? You worship Deva. Deva is Swarga. But you are meditating upon that Swarga as Virat. What is the problem? Murdha tu esha atman. That Swarga is only the head of Virat. So what have you done? You have meditated upon the Angam as the Angi. You have meditated upon a part as the whole of Virat. And for this mistake, he said, Na agamishyati. Had you not come to me, right? The murdha te vyapatishya. So yanmam na agamashyati. You had you not come to me, what would have happened? Murdha te vyapatishya. Your head would have burst because you are making a mistake in doing the upasana. So now we are wondering, why would my head burst? Supposing I make a mistake, will my head burst? So Shankara adds in his commentary, don't take it very literally. The Guru is pointing out that the Upasana Phalam is not there. Complete Upasana Phalam is not there because the Upasana is not complete. Since you have worshipped the whole of Virat, you are saying you're worshipping the whole of Virat, but you are taking only a part. So this is the first khanda. Okay. Now we go to the next one. The next khanda, 13th khanda. So we will chant. Please unmute yourself. Atah uvacha
अथ उवाच
satyajnam paulushim
सत्ययज्ञम्
पौलुषीम्
Achina yogyakam tvam
तेन
प्राचीनयोग्यकं त्वम्
योग्यकं त्वम्
atmanam upasye iti
आत्ममुपास्य
आत्ममुपासेति
इति
adityam eva bhagavah
आदित्यमेव
आदित्यमेव
भगवः
भगवः
rajan iti hovacha
राजन्
राजन्
उवाच
उवाच
एष एष वै विश्वरूप आत्मा
एष वै विश्वरूप
विश्वरूपात्मा
आत्मा
वैश्वानरः
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 यं त्वम् आत्मानमुपास्ये
यं
यं
त्वम्
आत्मानमुपास्ते
आत्मानमुपास्ये
तस्मात् तव बहुविश्वरूपं कुले दृश्यते
तस्मात् तव
तव
बहुविश्वरूपं कुले दृश्यते
बहुविश्वरूपे दृश्यते
प्रवृद्धः अश्वतरीरथः दासी निष्कः
प्रवृद्धः
शरीरतः
दासीनिष्कः
अत्सि अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्
अस्य अन्नं पश्यसि
अन्नं
प्रियम्
पश्यसि प्रियम्
अत्सि अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम्
अन्नं पश्यति
अन्नं
प्रियम्
पश्यसि प्रियम्
भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले
भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले
एतम् एवम् आत्मानं वैश्वनरम् उपासते
य एतमेवात्मनं वैश्वानरम् उपासते
चक्षु एतत् आत्मानमिति होवाच
चक्षु एतत् आत्मानं
आत्मानमित्युवाच
अन्ध अभिविश्य यत् मां न अगमिष्य इति हि
अन्धः ह्यहं यन्मानगमष्यति
So as I said, the six khandas are for the six students. The first one is over. Now the next person is Satyagnya Paulushim. That is the name of the second student who has got another name also, Prachina Yogya. Right. So Guru says, what upasana do you do? And he says he meditates upon Aditya as Virat. Okay. So Vishwarupa Atma, Vishwarupa here means multiple forms, which means different colors that the sun has at different times of the day and at different months of the year. And what is the phalam? Bahu Vishwarupam Kule Drishyate. So he says, in your family, you have varieties of things, You'll have, you'll have a horse, you'll have a mule, any names. Pravrittaho Ashwatari Rataha. You'll have a chariot with a mule. Ashwatari is a mule. And Rataha, chariot you will have. In short, you will have many vehicles. And then Dasi, you will have many servant maids. And Nishkaha, you will have lots of gold coins. Lots of money you will have. And then the next sentence is a repetition. Atya Sannam Pashyasi Priyam, all that is a repetition. You will have lots of annam and everything which you like, and all those in your family will have Brahma Varchasam, a spiritual glow. Then he says, however, Chakshuhu tu Vadet, that what you meditate upon, the Surya Bhagavan, is what? Chakshuhu of what? Of Virat. So that Surya Bhagavan whom you are meditating upon as the whole of Virat is actually only the eye of Virat. And therefore, Bhavishyaha, in future, Yanmam na agamishya iti, had you not come to me, Andaha, you would have lost your eyes. Because the Upasana is incorrect. So again, you have to remember Shankara's noting. Don't take it literally as losing the eyes, becoming blind. Take it as you would not have got the complete phalam because the upasana is not complete. Okay, now we go to the third student. Atha uvacha
अथ
अथ
उवाच
उवाच
indradyumnam
इन्द्रद्युम्नं
इन्द्रद्युम्नं
phallaveyam
अल्लवेयं
पल्लवेयं
vayyagrapadyam.
वैयाघ्रपद्यं
व्याघ्रपद्यम्.
So all that is the name of the student. Okay. So he says, Kam tvam atmanam upasya iti. Whom do you worship as the Atma? And the student says, Vayum eva bhagava rajaniti. The wind alone, the Vayu alone, I worship as Ma. And Eshavai Pritak Vartama Atma Vaishvanaraha Yam tam tvam atman upasya. So king says, this is indeed a different path. The Vaishnava, the Atma that you worship as Vayu, since the different path, diverse path, tasmat tvam prithak balaya ayanti. Therefore, different sort of attributes will come to you. Different sort of gifts will come to you. What are they? Prithak ratha shrenya anuyanti. So lots of different ratha, chariots will follow you. They will come behind you. And atsi annam pashyasi priyam. You will eat food. Atsi annam. Priyam pashyasi. You will see what is pleasant. And atti annam pashyati priyam. He who eats food and sees what is pleasant, what happens to his family? Bhavati asya brahmavarchasam kule. In his family, there is the brahmavarchasam. The spiritual glow will always be there. Yah etam evam atmanam vaishvanaram upasate. Whoever worships Vaishvanara Atma in this manner, pranaha tu esha atmana itiha uvacha. The problem is what? You are worshipping Vayu as the totality of Vaishvanara. But what is the reality? Pranaha tu esha atmanaha. This pranaha is only Vayu, is only the breath of Atma or breath of Vaishvanara. Pranaha tu. This Vayu which you worship, it is not totality of Vaishvanara. It is only the breath of the Vaishvanara. And therefore, had you not come to me, your prana would have gone away. You would have been dead. So pranaha tu udakrammisyata. Had you not come to me, you would have been dead. The same argument as in the previous thing has to be applied. All this is only for the purpose of showing that the upasana is not complete and that you would have not got the complete phala. Okay. Then we go to the 15th khanda. Atah uvacha
अथ होवाच
अथ उवाच
janma sharkaryakshyam
जन्म
जन्म
शार्ङ्गर्यम्
शार्कर्याक्ष्यम्
kam tvam atmanam upasye iti
कं
तं
त्वम्
त्वम्
आत्मानमुपास
आत्मानमुपास्त
इति
इति
आकाशमेव भगवः राजनिति उवाच
आकाशमेव
आकाशमेव भगवराजनिति
भगवराजनिति
उवाच
उवाच
एष वै बहुल आत्मा वैश्वानरः
एष वै
एष वै
बहुल
आत्मा
आत्मा
वैश्वानरो
वैश्वानरः
यं त्वम् आत्मानमुपास्ये
यम्
यन्त्यम्
आत्मनमुपासते
आत्मानमुपास्ते
तस्मात् त्वं बहुल असि प्रजया च धनेन च
तस्मात्
तस्मात् त्वम्
बहुलासि
बहुलासि
प्रजया
प्रजया
च
च धनेन
धनेन
च
च
Okay. So now the next student is there. Janam Sharkaryakshaha. So he asks the same question. What? How do you meditate? And Janam says that I meditate on Akasha as Virat. So Akasha is called Bahulaha here, the all-pervading one. And what is the phalam? Bahulaha asi. You will become a great person. Prajaya cha dhanena. With lots of money and lots of children. Right? And the same phalam is repeated that you will have good food and whoever sees good food will be having certain phalam. But the problem is what? Sandeha tu esha atmana iti. Sandeha is the Samdeha, the central body, the trunk of Virat. Right? So he says, what you worship is only the Akasha, is only the trunk of Virat, is only the body of Virat. And therefore, he says, Sandeha te Vyashiryata yanma na agamesha iti. Had you not come to me, your body would have grown Vyashiryata, very, very weak and very sick. So as you can see, very, very small little, uh, you know, mantras are there. They are all good. Now, we go to the next one, which is number 16. अतः उवाच
अथः उवाच
वाच
उडिलम् राश्विम्
कुटिलम्
कुटिलम्
अश्वत्थराक्षिम्
अश्वत्थराश्वम्
वैग्रापाद्यम्
वैग्राह्यम्
वैराग्यम्
कं त्वम् आत्मानम् उपास्य इति
कं
त्वम्
त्वम्
आत्मानमुपासते
आत्मानमुपासते
इति
अप एव भगवः राजन् इति ह उवाच
अप
अप
एव
एव
भगवराजन्
भगवराजन् इति होवाच
एष वैरही आत्मा वैश्वानरः
एष
एष
वै
वै
आत्मा
आत्मा
वैश्वानरः
वैश्वानरः
यं त्वम् आत्मानमुपास्ये
यं त्वम्
यं तम्
आत्मानमुपासते
आत्मानमुपासते
तस्मात् त्वं रैमान पुष्टिमानसि
तस्मात्
तस्मात्त्वं रैमानं पुष्टिमानसि
So now comes the next student, Budilam. Another two names are also there. I'm using only the first one. So Budilam is asked the same question, and he says he meditates upon the uh, waters as Virat, right? Also called Rai, because Annam is born from the waters. Just mute him. Mute all. Somebody is nicely sleeping. Anyway, so what is a palam? Raiman pushtiman asi. You will have plenty of annam and wealth. Right? So atyannam pashyasi, priyam atyannam pasyati, priyam bhavati, asya brahma vatsam kule, etam eva atmanam vaishvanaram upas. The same palam is being repeated. But what is the problem? He says, Vasti esha atmanam. The waters are actually the bladder of Virat. And therefore, had you not come to me, what would have happened? Your bladder would have burst. And bladder bursting is not a good thing to happen. So you would have died with that. And again, you remember that Upasana is not complete. That is what is being said. Okay. Then look at the 17th one. Atah uvacha
अथ होवाच
अथ होवाच
uddalakam arunim gautam
उद्दालकम् आरुणिं गौतम्
kam kam tvam atmanamupasye iti
तं
त्वम्
त्वमात्मानमुपासते
आत्मानमुपासते
इति
पृथिवीम् एव भगवः राजनिति उवाच
पृथिवीमेव
भगवराजन्
भगवराजन्निति होवाच
एष वै प्रतिष्ठा आत्मा वैश्वानरः
एष
एष वै
वै प्रतिष्ठा
प्रतिष्ठा
आत्मा वैश्वानरः
वैश्वानरः
यं त्वम् आत्मानम् उपास्ये
यं
त्वम्
त्वम्
आत्मानमुपासे
आत्मानमुपासते
तस्मात् त्वं प्रतिष्ठित असि
तस्मात्
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 त्वम्
प्रतिष्ठित
त्वं
असि
प्रतिष्ठित
प्रतिष्ठितसि
असि
प्रजया च पशुभिः च
प्रजया च
प्रजया च
पशुभिः
पशुभिश्च
तस्य अन्नं पश्यसि प्रियम्
अन्नं पश्यसि
पश्यसि
प्रियम्
प्रियम्
अत्ति अन्नं पश्यति प्रियम्
अत्यन्नं पश्यति
पश्यति
प्रियम्
भवति अस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले
भवत्यस्य ब्रह्मवर्चसं कुले
ब्रह्मवर्चसङ्कुले
य एतम् एवम् आत्मानं वैश्वानरमुपास्ते
य
एतम् एवम्
एतम्
आत्मानं
आत्मानं वैश्वानर
वैश्वानरमुपासते
उपासते
आदौ तु एतौ आत्मान इति होवाच
पादादौ
आदौ
आदौ
तु
तु
आत्मानम् इति होवाच
आदौ ते विम्मलास्यताम् यत् मां न अगमिष्य इति
पादौ ते
पादौ ते
व्यमलास्येतां
व्यवलाम्येतं
यन्मां
यन्मा नागमिष्य
नागमिष्यति
इति
So next student is what? Uddalakam Arunim Gautama. So he's asked the same question. He says, I meditate upon Prithvi as Virat. What is the phalam? He says, Pratishtato asi prajaya cha pashubhischa. Because you meditate upon Prithvi as Virat, you are well established in your life and you have children and you have animals, which means that your family life is okay. And if animals represent wealth, so you're wealthy also. The same phalam is repeated. Atsyanam, Pashyasi, etc. So we'll not repeat that. What is the problem, however? He says, Padau tu etau atmanaha. The Prithvi actually are the legs of Virat, Padau. And because you are meditating upon one part, on the legs as the whole of Virat, what would have happened? Had you not come to me, your legs would have become very withered away or dried away, would have become useless to you. Okay, so this, and with this, the six disciples story is over. So we go to the 18th khanda now. We will repeat, we will chant. So this is the king talking. Tan ha uvacha
तान्
तान् उवाच
ete vai khalu yuyam pratak iva imam
एते
एते वै
वै
खलु यूयं पृथगिवम्
एतैवम्
atmanam aishvanaram vidvamsa
आत्मानरं
आत्मानं
वैश्वानरं
वैश्वानरं विद्वांस
विद्वांसः
nam attha
अन्नं मत्था
अन्नं
अन्नमत्था
मत्वा
yahatu etam evam pradeशमात्रम्
यः तु
यः
यः तु
तु
एवम्
एतम्
एव
एवं
प्रादेशमात्रम्
प्रादेशमात्रम्
अभिमानम् आत्मानं वैश्वानरम् उपास्ते
अभिवीनमात्मानं वैश्वानरम् उपासते
वैश्वानर उपासते
सर्वेषु लोकेषु सर्वेषु भूतेषु
सर्वेषु
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 लोकेषु
भूतेषु
सर्वेषु भूतेषु
सर्वेषु आत्मसु अन्नम् अस्ति
सर्वेषु
सर्वेषु आत्मानम्
आत्मसु
अन्नम्
अन्नम्
अस्ति
इति
अस्य ह वै एतस्य आत्मानः वैश्वानरस्य
तस्य
तस्य
हवा
ह वै
एतस्य आत्मन वैश्वानरस्य
वैश्वानर
ऊर्धा एव सुतेजाः
मूर्धा
ऊर्ध्वा एव
मूर्धा एव
सुतेजाः
सुतेजाः
चक्षुविश्वरूपः
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 प्राणः पृथक् वर्तम आत्मा
प्राणः पृथक्
प्राणः
कर्ता
पृथग्
आत्मा
वर्तमात्मा आत्मा
सन्देहः बहुललः
सन्देहः बहुलः
सन्देहबहुलः
अस्ति एव बस्ति एव रैः
बस्ति
वस्तिरेव रैः
एव रैः
पृथ्वी एव पादौ
पृथ्वी
पृथिवी एव
एव
पादौ
पादौ
उरः उरः एव वेदिः
उदर
पुरः
एव
एव
वेदिः
वेदिः
लोमानि बर्हिः
लोमानि
लोमानि
बर्हिः
बर्हिः
हृदयं गाह्यपत्य
हृदयं
हृदयं
ग्राह्यपत्य
गाह्यपत्या च
मनः अन्वार्यपचनः
मनः
अन्वार्हाय
मनः
पचनः
अन्वाहार्यपचनः
अन्वाहार्यपचनः
हास्यम् आहवनीयः
हास्यम्
हास्यम्
आहवनीयः
आहवनीयः
So all the six students have given their views, and the king has also told them what is wrong with their mode of upasana. And now he is starting to talk. So he says, Tan hovacha, that king, that Ashwapati, he said, Ete vai khalu yuyam pratak eva imam atmanam vaishvanaram vidvapsaha. He says, you are only taking individual parts of Virat and meditating upon those parts separately. That is not correct. He says, Etam evam pradesha matram yaha. The correct upasana is pradesha matram, only on the entire Virat. Pradesha means the whole of. So only on the whole of Virat you have to do upasana. And not only that, you have to abhivibhanam atmana. You have to identify your own body with Virat body. So Vashti, Vyashti, Samashti, Aikyam should be there, which means what? It is Ahangara Upasana. And therefore, instead of looking upon the Swarga as Virat, you have to identify the corresponding body parts. So when this is the explanation of what you mean by Ahangara Upasana. Because when I say that you invoke the entire Virat upon yourself, It's a very general statement. How do I invoke Virat? So he gives the meanings over here. Look upon your head as Swarga, right? So Virat's head is Swarga. You look upon your head as Virat's head. You look upon your eyes, Aditya. Aditya is Virat's eyes. You look upon your prana as Virat's prana, Vayu. You look upon your body as Akashaha, Virat's trunk, Virat's body. You look upon your bladder as Jalatattva, the oceans, the waters, Virat's bladder. And look upon your feet as Prithvi, Virat's feet. This is a total upasana. What is the phalam? Sa sarveshu lokeshu sarveshu bhuteshu sarveshu atmasu annam iti. He says he eats all the jivarashis in all the lokas. He doesn't eat the jivarashis, okay? He eats through all jivarashis in all lokas, which means whatever any jiva eats in any loka, it becomes my food. It becomes the meditator's food. And therefore, the Upasaka gets satisfaction whenever anybody in the world eats food. Right? So this is, you can compare this to the mother being satisfied when the child eats. Why is this so? Because the mother is totally identified with the child. Right? And therefore, when the Upasaka looks upon the Virat as himself, whenever anybody eats, the Upasaka is also satisfied. And therefore, this Virat is now described in this mantra, which is a very, very famous mantra. Tasya va etasya atmanaha Vaishvanarasya murdhaiva suteja. Suteja, the Swarga, is the head of the Virat. Chakshuhu Vishwarupaha. Aditya is the eye. Pranaha Prithak Vartamatma. Prana is the Vayu. Sandeho Bahulo. The central body is the Akasha. Remember that we are talking about Vyashti Shamashti Aikyam, right? So look at that. And then Basti Eva Raihi, the waters are the bladder. Prithivya Padau, the earth is the feet. This is what mantra says. Okay. And now Ashwapati, while talking, he adds a few more. He says, Ura Eva Vedihi. So Ura is chest. And Vedi is the Homakunda, the altar, right? Where you keep where you offer the oblations into the fire. So chest is that altar, is the Homakunda. And Lomani Barhihi. The Lomani, the hair where on Uraha, on the chest of Virat, is Barhihi, Darbha grass. Darbha grass is used in your oblations, in your rituals. So Darbha grass, which is kept on the Homakunda, is the hair on the chest of Virat. And Hridayam Karyapatya Agnihi. So Karyapatya Agnihi is the heart of Virat. And Manaha Anvaharya Pachanaha. So this is Anvaharya Pachanaha is also called Dakshina Agni. Right? That Dakshina Agni is what? Manaha, the mind of Virat. And Asyam Ahavaniyaha. Asyam is the mouth. So the mouth is Agni. Agni is the mouth of Virat. Right? So this, what Ashwat is adding, is equating remember the oneness between Virat and the individual has been completed by Prithvivyeva Padav. Ashwapati is adding a equation between the Homakunda, the altar, and Virat. This is what is being done here. Agni is the mouth of Virat. So remember that one Agni is the same, but in different rituals, the different homas, there are different ways of kindling that fire. There are different mantras. There are different arrangements for the Homakota, and therefore the same Agni gets different names. So with this, the Virat Upasana is over. This is the Angi Upasana, the main Virat Upasana, right? Now in the following sections, you are getting a Anga Upasana. That is the supporting upasanas for the main upasana. So we'll read the 19th Khanda. 19th Khanda has again two mantras. Tatyad bhaktam pratamam agachet.
तद्यद्
तत्यत्तं
प्रथमम्
प्रथमम्
आगच्छेत्
आगच्छेत्
Tat homiyam
तद्
होम्यं
sayam pratamam ahutim juhuyat.
स यां
अयं
प्रथमाम्
प्रथमाम्
आहुतिं
आहुति
जुहुयात्
जुहुयात्
Tam juhuyat pranaya swaha iti.
तां
तां प्राणाय स्वाहा इति
प्राणाय स्वः इति
Pranah trapyati.
प्राणः तृप्यति
प्राणस्तृप्यति
Prane tripyati chakshut tripyati.
प्राणे
प्राणे
तृप्यति
तृप्यति
चक्षुस्तृप्यति
चक्षुस्तृप्यति
Chakshushi tripyati aditya tripyati.
चक्षुषि
चक्षुषि तृप्यति
तृप्यति
आदित्य
आदित्य
तृप्यति
तृप्यति
Aditye tripyati dhau tripyati.
आदित्ये तृप्यति
आदित्ये
तौ तृप्यति
द्यौ तृप्यति
Divi tripyantyam yat kim cha dhauhi.
दिवि
दिवि
तृप्यन्त्यां
तृप्यतां यत्किञ्चिद्यौ
द्यौ तृप्यात्
Cha adityah.
चादित्यः
चादित्यः
Cha aditishtatah.
चादितिष्ठतः
अदितिष्ठतः
Tat tripyati.
तत्तृप्यति
तृप्यति
Tasya anutriptim tripyati.
तस्य
तस्य
अनुतृप्तिं
अनुतृप्तिं
तृप्यति
तृप्यति
Prajaya pasubhi annadena tejasa brahmavarchasena iti.
प्रजया पशुभिरन्नदेन
तेजसा ब्रह्मवर्चसेनिति
So this is the anga karma, the instructions on this particular karma, which is instructions on how to eat the annam. So very detailed instructions. So this is absolute, karma kanda, you know, understanding. Homiyam. Homiyam is the offering, the ahuti. So what should you do? The first handful of the ahuti of the annam, he should offer the food to Vaishvanaha Agnihi. And what should he do? Juhyat pranaya swaheti. While doing the annam, I'll just mute again. While doing the homam, Juhyat pranaya swaheti, he is to look upon the stomach as Virat. So he has to say pranaya swaha. Okay, this is the attitude. And what is the attitude? Let everyone be satisfied when I am eating. And therefore, there's an important role here that you are not supposed to taste that food. That small little handful of food which you take, you're offering it with pranaya swaha mantra. You are not supposed to taste that food. Okay, it's an important rule. You should directly swallow it because you don't want to let your saliva touch the food. So directly swallow it. And because of this ahuti, pranaha tripyati, prana is satisfied. And prane tripyati, when prana is satisfied, chakshus tripyati, the eyes are satisfied. Chakshus tripyati, aditya tripyati, when chakshu is satisfied, aditya is satisfied. Aditya tripyati, dhau tripyati, when aditya is satisfied, swarga is satisfied. And when swarga is satisfied, drivi tripyantyam, when swarga is satisfied, yet kincha dhyauscha aditishthataha. All beings in Suryaloka, Dhyau, and Aditya Loka, Swarga Loka are satisfied. And Tasyantu Triptim Tripyati, when all are satisfied, Vaishvanara is satisfied. And therefore, this particular Vaishvanara Upasaka, Prajaya Pashubhirnelyena Tejasa Brahmavarchasena iti. He has plenty of children, he has plenty of Annam, he has plenty of glory, Tejasa, and Brahmavarchasam, he has the spiritual glow also. Now we look at the 20th Khandaha, Vimsha Khandaha. Triyam Ditiyam Juhayat,
अथया
द्वितीयं
द्वितीयं जुह्यात्
Tam Juhayat Vyanaya Swaha iti.
तं
तां जुहुयात् व्यानाय स्वाहा इति
स्वाहेति
Vyanaya Tripyati.
ज्ञानायति
Vyane Tripyati Shrotram Tripyati.
ध्यायति
ज्ञाने
श्रोत्रं
तृप्तं
अन्ये
तृप्यति
तृप्यति श्रोत्रं तृप्यति
Shrotre Tripyati Chandramaha Tripyati.
श्रोत्रे
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 तृप्यति
चन्द्रमाः
चन्द्रमाः तृप्यति
तृप्यति
Chandramasi Tripyati Disha Tripyati.
चन्द्रमसि
चन्द्रमसि तृप्यति
तृप्यति
दिशा
दिशा
तृप्यति
तृप्यति
Dikshu Tripyanti Dishu Desakyam Cha Dishaha.
दिक्षु
तृप्यन्ते
च दिशः
दिशः
Cha Chandramaha Cha Aditishtanti.
च
चन्द्रमाधितिष्ठन्ति
चन्द्रमादितिष्ठन्ति
Tat Tripyati.
तत्प्यति
तृप्यति
Tasya Anutriptim Tripyati.
तस्यानुतृप्यति
Prajaya Pasubhi Annadena Tejasa Brahmavarchasena iti.
प्रजया
प्रजया
पशुभिर्नादेन
पशुभिर्नादेन
तेजसा
तेजसा
ब्रह्मवर्चसेति
ब्रह्मवर्चसे इति
Okay. So Athaya Dvitiyam Juhyat. The second handful has to be offered. And who is to be given to Vyanaya? It has to be given to Vyana and Vyana Prana, right? And what is the mantra? Vyanaya Swaha. Right? You have to note that the normal order of pranas are not being maintained. What is after prana? What is the normal one? When you chant the five pranas, first you chant prana, second is apana, right?
Apana.
So that order is not being maintained over here. So he's saying vyana. That one thing you should remember. So that we cannot question because it is Shruti. So the second here it is Vyanaya. And then Vyana Tripyati, same idea. He thinks of all living beings when he's eating. So Vyana is satisfied. Vyane Tripyati, Shrotram Tripyati. When Vyana is satisfied, he also satisfied. Shrotre Tripyati, Chandramasa Tripyati. Chandramasi Tripyati, Dishaha Tripyanti. Dishuhu Tripyanti. Yat Kincha Dishascha Chandramascha Aditishtanti. When the directions are satisfied, whatever is there in all the directions are satisfied. Yat kincha dishascha. Whatever is there in all those directions are satisfied. And not only that, in Chandraloka also, therefore tripyati, tasya anutripyati tripyati. Whenever everybody is satisfied, he is also satisfied. And therefore only he will have children and cattle and annam and Brahmavachasam also he will have. So we are going a bit quickly with all rituals, and I just want to, if possible, to complete. So let's finish. 21st month, 21st Khandaha, Athayam Tritiyam Juhyat,
अथैतद्द्वितीयां जुह्यात्
Tam Juhyat Apanaya Swaha iti,
तां जुहुयात्
जुहुयात्
जुहुयात्मनाय स्वाहा इति
Apana Tripyati,
अपानप्यति
अपानप्यति
Apane Tripyati Vak Tripyati,
अपानप्यति
तृप्यति तृप्यति
Vachi Tripyantyam Agni Tripyati,
तृप्यन्त्याम् अग्निस्तृप्यति
Agnau Tripyati Prithvi Tripyati,
अग्नौ तृप्यति पृथिवी तृप्यति
पृथिव्यां तृप्यन्त्यां यत् किं च पृथिवी
पृथिव्यां तृप्यन्त्यां
पृथिव्यां
यच्च पृथिवी
पृथिवी
च अग्नि च अधितिष्ठतः तत् तृप्यति
च अग्नि चाधितिष्ठतः तत्तृप्यति
तस्य अनुतृप्तिं तृप्यति
तस्य
तस्यानुतृप्तिं
अनुतृप्तिं
अनुतृप्तिं
तृप्यति
तृप्यति
प्रजया पशुभिः अन्नाध्येन तेजसा ब्रह्मवर्चसेन इति
प्रजया
प्रजया
पशुभिरेन
पशुभिरन्नाद्येन तेजसा
तेजसा
ब्रह्मवर्चसेति
ब्रह्मवर्चसेन
So,
इति
Athayam Tritiyam Juhiyat. The third oblation, it is to be given to whom? Apanaya. Apana Pranaha. And with the mantra Apanaya Swaha. And what happens with that? Apanaya Tripati. Apana Prana is satisfied. And Apane Tripyati Vak Tripati. When Apana is satisfied, Vak is satisfied. Vachi Tripyantyam Agni Tripyati. When Vak is satisfied, Agni is satisfied. Agno Tripyati Prithvi Tripyati. When Agni is satisfied, Prithvi is satisfied. And Prithivya Tripyantyam, when Prithvi Devata is satisfied, Yat Kincha Prithvi Cha Agnischa Aditishtatah. All living beings in Prithvi Lokas, which are presided over by Prithvi Devata and Agni Devata, they are also satisfied. Then what happens when all are satisfied? The Upasaka is satisfied because Upasaka looks upon everybody as himself, and the phalam is the same. Pashubhiranyadena tejasa brahmavarchasena iti. Okay. Now, the 22nd Khandaha, we go to Tayam Chaturthim Juhyat.
अथयां
अथां चतुर्थीं जुह्यात्
Tam Juhyat Samanya Swaha iti. Samanaya Swaha iti.
चतुर्थां जुहुयात्
जुहुयात् समानाय स्वाहा इति
Samana Tripyati.
समानयति
Samane Tripyati Manatripyati.
समाने तृप्यति मनसि तृप्यति
मनस्तृप्यति
मनसि तृप्यति पर्जन्य तृप्यति
मनसि
मनसि
तृप्यति पर्जन्यस्य तृप्यति
तृप्यति
पर्जन्ये तृप्यति विद्युत् तृप्यति
पर्जन्ये
पर्जन्ये तृप्यति
तृप्यति
विद्युत् तृप्यति
विद्युति तृप्यन्त्यां यत्किं च विद्युत्
विद्युति
तृप्यन्त्यां
तृप्यन्तां
च पर्जन्यः च अधितिष्ठतः
पर्जन्यश्चादितिष्ठतः
तत्तृप्यति
तत्तृप्यति
तस्य अनुतृप्तिं तृप्यति
तस्य
अनुतृप्तिं
अनुतृप्ति
तृप्यति
प्रजया पशुभिः अन्नाद्येन तेजसा
प्रजया
प्रजया
पशुभिरन्नादयेन
येन
तेजसा
तेजसा
ब्रह्मवर्चसेन इति
ब्रह्मवर्चसेन
वर्चसेन
ब्रह्मवर्च
इति
Athayam Chaturthim Juhyat. The fourth ahuti is to be made with Samanaya Swaha iti. And you have to chant Samanaya Swaha. When the oblation is made, Samanaha Tripyati. Samanaha Prana is satisfied. Samane Tripyati, Manaha Tripyati. When Samana is satisfied, the mind is satisfied. Manasi Tripyati, Parjanyaha Tripati. When the mind is satisfied, the rain is satisfied. When the Parjanya Tripati, when the rains are satisfied, Vidyut Tripati, lightning is satisfied. Vidyut Tripyantyam Yat Kincha, Vidyutcha, Parjanyascha, Aditishthataha. When Vidyut, lightning satisfied, whatever is under the lightning, illuminated by the lightning is satisfied. And Parjanyaha is also satisfied. The rains are also satisfied. And tripyati tasyan triptim tripyati. When all these are satisfied, the upasaka is also satisfied. And the phalam is the same. Children and cattle and annam. And one more thing he adds, tejasaha. He is bright and shining. And brahmavarchasam. Okay. Then trayovimsaha. The 23rd section. Atayam panchamim juhuyat.
अथ यां
पञ्चमी
पञ्चमीजुह्यात्
जुह्यात्
Tam juhuyat udanaya swaha iti.
तां
तां
जुहुयात्
जुह्यात्
उदानाय
उदानाय
स्वाहा
स्वाहा इति
Udana tripyati.
उदानाय
उदानतृप्यति
तृप्यति
उदाने तृप्यति त्वक् तृप्यति
उदाने
उदानतृप्यति तृप्यति
क्वचि तृप्यन्त्यां वायु तृप्यति
क्वचित्
क्वचित्तृप्यन्तां
वायुस्तृप्यति
वायो तृप्यति आकाश तृप्यति
वायुतृप्यति आकाशतृप्यति
आकाशतृप्यति
आकाशे तृप्यति यत् किं च वायुः
आकाशे
तृप्यति यत्किञ्च वायुः
च आकाशः च अधितिष्ठतः
च
आकाश च अधितिष्ठतः
अधिष्ठतः
तृप्यति
तत्तृप्यति
तस्य अनुतृप्तिं तृप्यति
तस्य
अनुतृप्तिं तृप्यति
तृप्यति
प्रजया पशुभिः अन्नाद्येन तेजसा ब्रह्मवर्चसेन
प्रजया
प्रजया पशुभिरन्नदेन
अन्नादेन
तेजसा
तेजसा
ब्रह्मवर्चसेन
ब्रह्मवर्चसेन
So Ataya Panchamam Juhyat. The fifth oblation is to be offered, and that is to be offered to Udana Prana with the words Udanaya Swaha. And then that is done, Udana is satisfied, and Udane Tripyati Tvak Tripyati. When Udana is satisfied, skin is satisfied. Tvachi Tripyantyam Vayu Tripyati. When skin is satisfied, Vayu is satisfied. Vayu Tripyati Akasha Tripyati. Space satisfied. Akasha tripyati yat kincha vayu akashascha aditishtatah. When akasha is satisfied, whatever is under vayu and akasha is also satisfied. When all are satisfied, upasaka is satisfied, and the phalam is the same as before. Right? All this is prana agnihotram. Right? Because the agnihotram for the Vaidika is done in ahavaniya agnihi. And the Upasaka is meditating upon Virat's mouth as Ahavini Agnihi. Therefore, it is called Agnihotra to Pranaha. Okay. Now, next one. Chaturvimsha Khandaha, 24th Khandaha. Saya idam avidvan
स
स इदम्
अविद्वान्
Agnihotram Johoti
अग्निहोत्रं जुहोति
Angaranapohya
यथा
अङ्गारानपोह्य
Basmani Juhyat
भस्मनि जुह्यात्
Tadriksyat
तादृक् स्यात्
Athaya etad evam vidvan
अथय
एतदेवं
एतद्विद्वान्
विद्वान्
Agnihotram Johoti
अग्निहोत्रं जुहोति
Tasya Sarveshu Lokeshu Sarveshu Bhuteshu
तस्य
सर्वेषु लोकेषु सर्वेषु भूतेषु
भूतेषु
Sarveshu Atmasu Hutam Bhavati.
सर्वेषु
सर्वेषु आत्मसु
सर्वेषु
भवति
आत्मसु
So these are Stuti mantras for the Virat Upasana. So there are two people who are being compared. One who does Agnihotram and the other, he does not do the Agnihotram. He does, right? So Shruti says the Upasaka's Prana Agnihotram is superior to the Upasaka's Agnihotra Karma, right? What is it saying? Unless, see, Nitya Upasana, Nitya Agnihotram is a Nitya Karma in the Shruti, in Veda. But here he's saying that unless you have done this Virat Upasana, this Prana Agnihotram, the Nitya Agnihotram which you do without doing that Prana Agnihotram is a waste of time. So he says, Yata Angara Apohya Asmin Juhuyat. Just like the oblation done in ashes, the ritual is worthless. In the same way, Tadraksyat, in the same way, Saya idam avidwan agnihotram juhoti, the Nitya Agnihotram done by avidwan. Avidwan here is a non-upasaka, one who has not done meditation. He is doing only the Agnihotram karma. Okay, you have to be careful. Don't take it very literally because criticism of other things is basically a way of stuti for something else. So by criticizing the karma, don't take the karma as worthless. He's actually glorifying the upasana. So athaya etad evam vidvan agnihotram jyoti. If that upasaka is doing prana agnihotram, Virat upasana is doing, then tasya sarveshu lokeshu sarveshu bhuteshu sarveshu atmasu hutam bhavati. Through his eating, all people in all lokas are satisfied. In short, such a upasaka is a very big blessing for society. And what is the phalam? That phalam is now being given. We will look at the 24th mantra. Oh. Okay. Tat yatha ishikatulam
तद्यथा शीकतोलम्
agno protam praduyet
अग्नौ
अग्नौ
प्रोतं
अग्नौ
प्रदूयेत्
evam ha asya sarve papmanam praduyante
एवस्य
ये
सर्वे
सर्वे
पाप्मानः
पाप्मानः
प्रदूयन्ते
प्रदूयन्ते
ya etat evam vidvan agnihotram juhoti
य एतदेव एवं विद्वान् अग्निहोत्रं जुहोति
tasmat uha evam vid edi yadi api
तस्मात्
तस्मात्
एवं
एवं
विद्यदपि
यद्यपि
चण्डालाय उच्छिष्टं प्रयच्छेत्
चण्डालाय उच्छिष्टं
चण्डालाय
प्रयच्छेत्
आत्मनि एव अस्य तत् वैश्वानरहुतं स्यात् इति
आत्मनेनैवास्य
अस्य
तद्वैश्वानरे
तद्वानरे हुतं
स्यादिति
स्यादिति
अत एष श्लोकः
तदेष
तदेष
श्लोकः
श्लोकः
यथा इह श्रुतितता बालाः
यथा
यथा इह
इह
क्षुधिता
क्षुधिता
बालाः
बालाः
मातरं पर्युपासते
मातरं
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 पर्युपासते
परिपासते
एवं सर्वाणि भूतानि अग्निहोत्रमुपासते
एवं
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 सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
भूतानि
भूतानि
अग्निहोत्रमुपासते
अग्निहोत्रमुपासते
इति अग्निहोत्रमुपासते इति
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 अग्निहोत्रमुपासते
उपासते इति
ओके इति चतुर्विंशखण्डः
इति
इति
चतुर्विंश
चतुर्विंशखण्डः
इति पञ्चम अध्यायः
इति
इति
पञ्चम अध्यायः
पञ्चमाध्यायः
Okay, so I might go a few minutes over. I hope you are okay with that. Okay.
Yes.
So etat evam vidwan agnihotram juhoti for the upasaka who does this prana agnihotram, this virat agnihotram, virat upasana, sarve papmanam pradyuvanti. All the papams which he has done are destroyed. This is the phalam. An example. Yatha isikatulam agno protam praduyet. Just as a isika, a dry blade of grass, is burnt in the agno. In that way, all the papams are destroyed. And then he mentions one more phalam. He says, such an upasaka, if he offers his uchishtam, so uchishtam is leftover food, the plate. After eating whatever is left over, uchishtam. And we have seen that uchishtam is not food meant to be offered in the fire, right? But here he says, such a upasaka, even if he offers his uchishtam to a chandala, that food will be an offering to Vaishvanara. In short, no papam can ever accrue to him. Why? Because he sees himself as Virat. He has visualized Virat on himself. Remember, this is not jnanam, upasana, right? And the two words uchishtam and chandala are important because uchishtam is your leftover food being offered to somebody is prohibited, right? And here he says, even to Chandala, even to a degenerate outcast, if you offer that food, normally this will generate papam. But in this case, that papam is not generated. And Tadesha Shlokaha, in support of this, he quotes a mantra, a ring mantra. Yatahi Shudita Balaha Mataram Paryupasataha. As the hungry children gather around their mother whenever they are hungry, means they are showing a dependence on the mother. Evam sarvani bhutani agnihotram upasata iti. In the same way, all living beings are dependent on Virat. And remember that this Virat Upasaka is identified with Virat. Hence, he is saying that all living beings are finally dependent on this Virat Upasaka. Also, Agnihotram Upasata iti. This repetition is the repetition indicating the end of the fifth chapter. So with this, the entire Karma Kanda part is over. In the sixth chapter, we'll start with Jnana Kanda, which I know all of you all are waiting for. So we have done
A
it.
question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Uh, is this ahuti the way in which it is to be given, pranaya swaha, jnanaya swaha, in the Agni itself? Or because there is a practice in our household years together that when we offer food, when we offer naivedya, cooked food to the to the god in the house, we chant these mantras, pranaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, and then we take the food thereafter. So has it any relevance to that?
Yes, yes, very much. See, what is this upasana about? You have said that I am Virat.
Hmm.
So it is you eating. So each mouthful has to be accompanied by the chant. You take first mouthful of rice,
So
pranaya
so whether
swaha.
there is fire or not, it is immaterial.
There is fire. There is the digestive fire.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Your body has digestive fire, and digestive fire is Virat.
Okay.
All offerings to yourself. An offering always needs a fire. And that's why food is called prana agnihotram, because you're offering that food to the prana in your body, which is the digestive fire.
Okay. Thank you.
Vaishvanara Agni, it is called. Even Gita has that particular reference. So thank you for your
Okay.
long patience
Thank
with
you.
the Karmakanda part.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Acharya, for all that patience.
Yes, thank you so much.
Acharya ji, I just
But
wanted.
it was such a lucid way in which you explained that initially when I joined, because I joined midterm, so I
Yeah.
was thinking that it could be how it would pan out. But whatever we do at home, those
If you
aspects have
relate
been
all this to what
clarified.
you do daily, then it is very, very,
Yeah,
very,
Mm.
yeah,
educative.
yeah. Thank you so
And
much.
and Aruna
Okay.
ji also with her summaries has been very, very
Yes, Arunaji has done a very good job
yes,
also.
very helpful.
Acharya ji, when you said that this is to be offered to the Vaishwanara Agni without the saliva touching it,
Yeah.
that seems quite non-scientific, because we say that it has to be
We
chewed
are talking about the
properly with
offering.
the
You
saliva.
can have one after you offer the first one, the rest, finish the offerings, finish the 5 offerings, and then you eat your food normally. So
Okay.
you don't have to take a huge, bundle in your hand. Take a small little piece and offer it.
Mm-hmm.
Acharya
Thank
ji, and
you. We've
also,
It
actually.
is a Shastric rule. You don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to follow. Okay, you have to be practical also. This is what Shastra says.
Acharya ji, and also I've seen that when you chant pranaya swaha, panaya swaha, kind of they cover their mouth and then they say that.
That's so the spit doesn't fall on your food.
Yeah.
So anyway, remember this is all karma kanda. We are all advanced Vedantics. So you shouldn't really get perturbed by these problems. It's okay. You can follow it, it's great. If you can't follow it, eat normally. Think of yourself as Brahman. And the body is having food. Remember the entire focus of karma kanda is only one. To make your mind ready for jnana. So with this, we'll stop. Om Purnamadav
Om
Purnamidam
Purnamada Purnamidam
Purnat
Purnat
Purnamudachyate
Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya Purnam
Purnamadaya
Eva
Purnameva
Vasishyate.
Shishyate.
Om Shanti
Om
Shanti
Shanti Shanti
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Tat
Om
Sat.
Tat Sat.
Om Shivaya. Thank
Om
you for
Namah
your
Shivaya.
patience. Om.
Thank you.
Thank you, Acharya ji.